Are you ready?
Yes! Woo!
What's going on, everyone? For WrestleTrivia, I'm your host, Kevin J. Callis.
Yeah!
And you're watching episode 58 of Wrestling Jeopardy, the ultimate interactive game show where you're the contestant.
Ready or not, here we come!
And as always, please be sure to like this video by giving it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Now let's go to the board and check out the categories that you'll be quizzed on. Starting with the greatest pro wrestling storylines ever told, which are absolute cinema. Up next, testing, we have some microphone mishaps. Our third category, reality TV shows. Our fourth category will be WWE Backlash. And our fifth and final category, which is always chosen by the members of this channel. And if you'd like to be a part of the voting process, make sure you click on that join button below. The three choices this week were Mommy, Mamacita, and Mamma Mia, which are all in honor of Mother's Day this weekend, so happy Mother's Day to all you moms and moms-to-be out there. But the tribe has spoken and they have chosen, with 70% of the vote, Mamacita. And that sound means it's time for the 200-point jobber round. This is the easiest round in Wrestling Jeopardy, so let's kick things off right now with the first clue on the board from Absolute Cinema. Seeing this internet darling battle the authority on his way to winning the World Heavyweight Championship in the main event of WrestleMania 30 was an underdog story for the ages. Thanks to the Yes Movement, Daniel Bryan's historic rise was absolute cinema. On to microphone mishaps now for 200. Doing his usual entrance rapping along to his theme song, this WWE superstar shouted out, "Green Bay, what's up?" Problem was, he was in Milwaukee. Maybe this is where WWE got the idea to make him completely clueless all of the time. Who is our truth? Moving on to reality TV shows now for 200. Several superstars have appeared on this popular ABC show that first waltzed into living rooms in 2005. What is Dancing with the Stars? Here comes Backlash for the first time. The capacity crowd in Lyon, France in 2024 started a new trend as they sang along in unison to this superstar's theme song called Voices. And this superstar has had this theme song since 2009, and he said this was the first time that anybody had ever sang along to it. Who is the Viper, Randy Orton? And let's finish off the job around with this clue from Mamacita. Affectionately nicknamed Latino Heat, this second-generation superstar gained instant popularity as Chyna's boyfriend. Eddie Guerrero and Chyna definitely deserve to be mentioned when discussing the greatest WWE romantic couples of all time.
You are my mamacita. Orale,
One round down, 4 to go. We begin the 400-point round now with some more absolute cinema. The saga of the Bloodline has dominated WWE programming for the past 5 years, beginning when this tag team officially crowned Roman Reigns as tribal chief of the Samoan dynasty at Hell in a Cell 2020. Placing the Ula Fala around the neck of Roman was his uncle Afa and father Sika, better known as the Wild Samoans. Here comes Mike Mishaps for the second time. Less than a week after the Los Angeles Lakers selected Lonzo Ball second in the 2017 NBA draft, the Ball family turned this Monday Night Raw wrestling talk show segment into an absolute train wreck. A prime example that it's not always great to mix wrestling and celebrities was when the Ball family took control of Ms. TV.
Oh, boy, you making me
Really?
Stay in your lane.
And speaking of TV, here comes reality TV shows for the second time. Former WWE superstar John Morrison traded in body slams for blindsides as a contestant on This American CBS competitive reality TV series in 2018. And the Shaman of Sexy tried to outwit, outplay, and outlast 19 other castaways on Survivor. And here comes a bonus question for another 400 points. Prior to Morrison, the last time a pro wrestler appeared on Survivor was in 2007, when this former WWE Diva Search winner competed on season 15 in China. Who is the late Ashley Massaro? Here comes Backlash for 400. This wrestler lost the ECW championship in a 3-on-1 handicap match at Backlash 2007. A jive talking, do-rag wearing Vince McMahon got a little help from his son Shane and the Samoan bulldozer Umaga as they beat down Bobby Lashley in an extremely crappy match. And let's finish up the 400-point round now with another clue from Mamacita. The romance between Chyna and Eddie initially began with the two lovebirds at odds when she teamed up with this pair of hip-hoppers in a feud with the Radicals. Who were Scotty 2 Hotty and Grandmaster Sexay, aka Too Cool?
Mommy?
Here comes the first clue of the 600-point round. From Absolute Cinema, things got real personal in the extreme storyline between Raven and Tommy Dreamer that saw these two former childhood friends fighting over this female's affection. Though ECW storylines declare that Tommy Dreamer had shunned Beulah McGillicuddy in the past, reality ended up looking quite different as Tommy and Beulah actually got married in real life and are still together today. Aww. Here comes another clue about Mike Mishaps for 6. Prior to his no DQ match against The Undertaker at the 2007 Survivor Series, this wrestler would incorrectly describe the rules, explaining weapons are not only welcomed, they're allowed. Channeling his inner Sid was none other than Big Dave Batista.
Weapons are not only welcomed, they're allowed.
Here comes reality TV for the third time. Ric Flair and Roddy Piper starred in one of the more well-known episodes of this reality show, with the two legends swapping households. What is Celebrity Wife Swap? And we passed the halfway point of the game now and are on to Backlash for 600. The Big Show tossed John Cena through this item that exploded on impact, allowing Edge to win the Last Man Standing match for the World Heavyweight Championship in 2009. What is a spotlight? And let's shine a light on another clue from Mamacita and finish off the 600-point round. Eddie's relationship with Chyna began to sour when he became jealous of her photo shoot in this adult magazine. What is Playboy?
Yeah, baby.
Here comes some more Absolute Cinema, beginning the 800-point round now. Toni Storm got the Hollywood ending she desired by defeating this former protege at AEW Revolution 2025. culminating in one of the most violent spectacles in the history of women's wrestling. As Storm Zero threw a table, put Mariah May down for the count, and gave Timeless Tony the win in the third and final match of their trilogy. On to microphone mishaps for 800. 1, 2. Is this on? No microphone mishaps here, but that's the category for this episode's Daily Double. Place your wager now. All right, time is up. Here's the Daily Double clue. Perhaps Booker T was a bit too amped up for his pre-match backstage promo at this April 1997 WCW pay-per-view when he famously called Hulk Hogan the N-word. And we coming for you if you got this answer right. What is Spring Stampede?
We want the gold, sucker! Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga!
No! Here comes reality TV shows for 800. Former Tough Enough winner and YouTuber extraordinaire Maven shacked up with various D-list celebrities on this polarizing VH1 reality show in 2006. What is the surreal life? On to Backlash for 800. The two-man power trip of Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H seized control of all major WWE championships by defeating this duo for the World Tag Team titles at Backlash 2001. Who are the Brothers of Destruction? And here comes your final clue before the 1,000 point round from Mamacita. Latino Heat ultimately broke Mamacita's heart when he was shown showering with two of the Godfather's hoes by hidden video camera footage provided by this mysterious show. Capturing the classic Eddie line, what was GTV? And we got another bonus question right now before we head to the main event. This one worth another 800 points. Originally, GTV was supposed to be an idea to reintroduce this superstar back into WWE. Plans were for Dustin Rhodes, aka Goldust, to become a born-again Christian that would fight against everything the Attitude Era had become, but he decided against it and moved on to WCW.
They've dressed me up like Uncle Fester.
All right, we've reached the most difficult round in Wrestling Jeopardy. This is the main event. 5 1,000 point questions that are guaranteed to put your wrestling knowledge to the test.
I am no pervert.
So let's jump in, kick off the main event with this clue from Absolute Cinema. The New World Order helped kickstart the late 1990s wrestling boom in the United States. However, the idea of the NWO actually came from an angle that first occurred in this Far East country. And Eric Bischoff got the idea from Japan. Here comes Mike Mishaps for the final time. This pro wrestler essentially pulled the plug on his career in 1984 when a controversial interview with 2020 reporter John Stossel became physical. You never, ever call the wrestling business fake. Not now, and especially not 40 years ago, because Dr. D. David Schultz took matters into his own hands and slapped the ever-loving shit out of John Stossel.
Is that fake? Huh? What the hell's wrong with you? That's open hand slap, huh? You think it's fake? You come.
Here comes your reality TV shows for the final time. Trish Stratus swapped out her wrestling boots for police shoes on this CBS reality show in 2007. You probably don't remember this show because it was canceled after only 2 episodes. What is Armed and Famous? On to Backlash for the final time. The New York Post called 2021 Zombie Lumberjack match between these two superstars, quote, one of WWE's saddest moments ever. The dead was raised at WrestleMania Backlash in 2021, and so was the arm of the Archer of Infamy, who defeated the A-lister, who are Damian Priest and The Miz. And the last clue on the board before Final Jeopardy brings us one more time to Mamacita. Having gone their separate ways, Eddie would reunite with the Radicals, while Chyna would manage this former DX member. And the correct answer, who is the one? Billy Gunn. Alright, don't go anywhere, it's Final Jeopardy time. Let's find out if you are the ultimate wrestling trivia champion of episode 58. And the category is WWE Most Wanted Treasures. Alright, time is up. Here comes the Final Jeopardy clue from the A&E series, WWE Most Wanted Treasures. Viewers of the series learned that Ric Flair's iconic butterfly robe disappeared in 1995 after the Nature Boy left it behind at a hotel in this Tennessee city. Was it A, Chattanooga, B, Johnson City, C, Knoxville, or D, Nashville? Good luck. This is probably one of my favorite shows right now. You gotta check it out. It's on A&E. But the answer that we're looking for, it was after a Nitro in 1995 that the Nature Boy left his iconic black and white butterfly robe behind at a hotel in Johnson City, Tennessee. And that does it for another episode of Wrestling Jeopardy. Once again, happy Mother's Day to all you moms and moms-to-be out there. My name is Kevin J. Callis.
Yeah!
And I'll see you next time.